Hello guys, I recently watched the movie Manchester by the Sea. How I ended up watching this movie is an interesting story in itself. I had watched this movie, a year or two ago. I had not completed it. Watched of 20 minutes of it. I had watched, and I did not finish it then. But a week ago, I was up on Reddit and I read like a few interesting things about the police station scene in the movie. I was intrigued by this, so I searched the scene on YouTube. I watched the scene, and yes, now I wanted to watch this movie. I researched about it on Reddit, and I heard good things about this movie. And next day, watched half of it, and the day after that, finished watching it. It was a good movie. Casey even won an Oscar for this movie. Yes, I liked the movie. The movie does very accurately portray depression and grief. It is interesting to see Casey from Goodwill Hunting to doing a role like this in this movie. The movie is not linear, but has flashback scenes intertwined with it, with the main storyline. In the present time, Casey is a plumber who you can look at and tell like this man is done with life. You can just tell that he's depressed. A girl even flirts with him in a bar, and he just does not want to talk to her. Poor woman. Then he picks up a fight with two men in the bar over nothing. My man clearly needs some help. Flashback scenes show him having fun with his nephew on a boat. I think it is a boat. It could be something, what do you call them, streamers or something like that. It is clearly shown that yes, this man was fun to be around, but now he's all depressed and resigned. His brother is in the hospital and dies. He learns that his nephew is much older now. His brother has, before his death, made him the guardian of his nephew. His brother, as his son's guardian of, the name of the character of Casey is the character. The name of the character played by Casey is Lee Anderson. I think it's like that. Something Lee. Casey he does not want this. He does not want the guardian. He doesn't want to be a guardian of his nephew. During this scene, the flashbacks are intertwined, and it is revealed that he lost his three children in a fire in the house. He turned a fire. He had turned a fire in his hearth one night and left the house to go to a store. When he returns home from the store, he finds his home in fire. Then comes the police scene. He tells the police officers that he must have forgotten to put the screen in front of the fireplace, and a log must have fallen on the rug and started the fire. They will not arrest him or anything. When he leaves the office, he pulls out a gun from an officer and tries to blow his head. They manage to hold him from doing so, and the way he utters please kills you, man. It destroys you. And the music in the scene is so apt. Then he and his nephew have a heated conversation over the board. He gets angry and threatens to beat him. A passerby says to him, "Great parenting," and then the two have an argument. There are other events in the movie which show Casey's lack of enthusiasm for life. His nephew Patrick's girlfriend's mother wishes to speak to him, but he has no interest whatsoever. Another brilliant scene comes in the movie towards the end when Randy, his wife, talks to him. It is very clear to see that one issue that the movie raises is Lee's inability to forgive himself. Randy has moved on in her life. She has moved on to a new husband. She's even mother of a child now. Everybody around Lee has, kept on living their lives. None of them could understand the chaos that he was going through mentally. His name is Lee Chandler, by the way. Lee Chandler. I just, checked it online. In the end of the movie, he refuses to become his nephew's guardian. He says he can't beat it. He can't beat the trauma that the city has given him. Hence, he cannot return to it for his nephews, for taking care of his nephew. At the end of the movie, he and Patrick are playing with a ball, and it is implied that Patrick, like, in a very subtle and very minor way, has come to understand what his uncle has gone through. The last shot is Patrick and Casey, the character Lee, fishing in the sea. Well, the movie was amazing. Casey even won an Oscar for it. I think the character who played Patrick also got an Academy Award nomination for his portrayal of the and he did a good job. He annoyed the hell out of me throughout the movie. I thought he was such a a spoiled teenager, but yes, that's what the point of his character was. To play that role, to show that teenage like carelessness or whatever. I liked the movie. I think you should go and watch it. And please tell me what are your thoughts on the movie and what are your thoughts on the review that I just gave. Thank you very much.